So yeah, man, and of course I saw X-Files the movie, which, as I mentioned before, I mean, goddamn, like really, you could tell the difference between film and how they were filming movies.
Sure.
Because they got Rob Bauman to direct it. It was his film debut.
Okay.
And he had done some of the best X-Files episodes from the first 3 seasons. I mean, then Chris Carter came in and did the postmodern Prometheus, and you know, Kim Manners did a whole bunch of cool shit. But the first 3 seasons, I always noticed the ones that were visually the most stunning and better episodes were the Rob Bauman ones. So it wasn't a surprise really that they got him to do the movie.
Just quick note, Kim Manners also then went on to Supernatural.
Oh, okay.
So some of those.
That's a show I have to get into.
Yeah.
That's really
especially after a couple seasons, it gets so X-Files, and they start bringing more and more people from that.
Really?
Crew. Yeah.
So it's kind of like a cousin kind of. It's on Fox as well, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
okay.
that's why. But so you enjoyed it?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, I had actually seen it before.
Yeah.
But this was my relationship with X-Files. Because now, like I said, me and my girlfriend, we're going through the whole thing from beginning to end, which I had never done. The first 2 seasons, I actually caught a lot of that. I had seen a lot of those. Third season, I had seen a couple random ones. And pretty much from then on, it was all new to me.
Sure.
So when I did catch the movie, because I had kind of, it was hard to keep up with TV back then. And, you know, X-Files became, you know, I discovered it at the beginning. I really liked it, but it was on really late at night. And, you know, my parents made me go to bed. So I couldn't keep up with all that fucking shit.
So either you bought it on VHS or it was gone.
But actually, we didn't even have a VHS for years. Actually, for years we didn't have a VHS.
Yeah.
So it was just like if you didn't catch it, you were fucked.
Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, pretty much from everything from season 3 on, it was all new to me. And I mean, to be honest, finishing season 5, what an incredible season.
4 and 5 are so
no,
good.
but four was great.
Yeah.
But you know that was the thing, is that I noticed there's a formula. Is like you have like 3 great episodes in a row, then you have a shitty one.
Yeah.
And then you have like 2 good ones, and you have a shitty, like 5, pretty much all of the episodes, even like the random monster of the week that was just filler stuff, was incredibly, it was well written, it was well acted.
They were definitely settled in those roles. Yeah. Everybody.
It was their peak, you know, really. I feel like it's a peak, and I heard season 6 is good. But I'm worried that it's going to start going downhill soon, because I hear it ends very badly. Like
it does.
The last couple are not good.
Yeah, and you have to deal with T-1000, you know, filling in for
Mulder. Yeah.
I mean, I love Robert Patrick, but it's not the same dynamic, and the show dramatically changes by that point, visually.
That's season 8, right?
Writing. Yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know how much you're going to care about watching through that if you want to be that faithful. You could probably just skip to the end after a certain point if you get fed up enough with it.
I've heard season 7 is the last good one.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can either take it or leave it. Like, if you want to be a completist, you can finish it, but you can pretty much not give a shit.
But you can just skip to the last episode, which is a 2-parter, and then watch that and to see how it wraps up.
Continuity-wise, okay.
Yeah. Before you watch the new series.
Right.
Yeah.
So I had seen the movie, though.
Yeah.
I just caught it. I remember we had a FilmNet.
Okay.
Or no, it was Canal Plus, actually. Canal Plus had bought it over. Yeah. So, you know, they would just show the latest released movies. I wasn't really an X-Files fan at that point when the movie came out. I didn't catch it. Did you catch it in the cinemas?
I did, actually.
Because you were a huge fan. So.
Massive fan. So I was like, oh my God.
You enjoyed it.
So many things are going to be revealed, and it's going to be great. And I watched it, and nothing much really was revealed.
No, I wouldn't say that. I mean,
a couple of things, but not in terms of main arc.
No, but there is the great scene between him and, you know, the well-manicured man is who they call him, you know, the English guy.
Yeah.
And he does resolve the giant mystery of his sister, you know, because they constantly cock-teased you about it. Like, is his sister alive? No, it isn't. there's a clone of her sister and blah blah blah, and also what the aliens are and what
actually
the role
happened.
Yeah, but also the whole role of those old dudes in the smoking room.
Yeah.
What role they're playing. I mean,
Sure.
that was a pretty big reveal, you know?
That movie did feel like a cock tease to me a little bit. I would have rather had 2 episodes.
You were expecting like a huge finale or something, like this was the end all be all, or
not necessarily, but I just felt like there was so much pomp and circumstance over like, yes, we're making a big movie now and all this, but you know why we're here, right? You know, that's kind of what I wanted to tell the movie.
There was a lot of emphasis on like just set pieces. You know, it's like, hey, let's have a huge set piece. You know, where they're running away from an explosion, or they're getting chased by the aliens
or
and
whatever.
You know, and that they finally had the budget. And to be honest, watching it now, you know, I watched a nice P version of it. Like it holds up. Effects wise, it holds up really well.
Looks great.
And it was cool to see, like, because it's an R-rated movie.
Yeah.
That's the thing. The show had to kind of be I mean, it was always very dark and very violent, but they had to be creative about what they showed, and like finally to have a bit of bloodletting. You know, they weren't allowed to do that on the TV show.
Indeed, and being able to hire their dream cast basically.
Yeah.
And getting these interesting people like Martin Landau.
Yeah, Martin Landau. Terry O'Quinn has a small cameo in that.
Okay.
Which I found interesting because he, at the same time, he was on the Millennium Show.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So the Millennium Show was going on here, and he plays one of the mainstay cast members. And X-Files and Millennium are meant to be connected.
They are, the same universe, yeah.
Yeah. But I was like, okay, is O'Quinn meant to be that guy? And then he dies. I was like, oh, okay.
All right, so
they just like working with O'Quinn, so they gave him like a shot.
Threw him a bone.
They threw him a bone, a little cameo, a little wink. But yeah, I mean, I do feel that with the movie that they were just so excited to be making a big movie.
Sure.
That they felt it's not going to answer all the questions. It's just us being able to put these guys into big, set pieces. And it felt a little Michael Bay-ish, you know? Well, actually, that was before really Michael Bay. It felt very Tony Scottish, you know?
Jerry Bruckheimer or something.
Yeah, it felt like a Jerry Bruckheimer X-Files. Which is fun, too. I mean, it was very well shot. It was really exciting. But, yeah, I mean, it wasn't a massive... plot involved, evolution or something.
The reason why we're fans is, Mulder and Scully and the story.
Yeah.
The writing, really should be the king.
Oh, yeah, and they did the whole, they were about to kiss, and then she gets stung with and you just, like, my girlfriend's going crazy. She's just like, Jesus, can't they just fucking kiss already? God damn it!
Yeah.
Like,
they're totally good at pulling a moonlighting on there.
Completely.
But without having them actually kiss.
Yeah.
That's what ruined moonlighting.
But you see, that's the thing. I think they were smart. It's like they know if they kiss... If these guys get together, I mean, the show is over. I mean, that's the whole dynamic. I mean, this is finished.
But it's a little old school. I think that kind of storytelling is a little old-fashioned now. Like, they wouldn't do that. They would have the characters almost do that quite early on and then go off into different relationships and being like what could have been. That's probably a more interesting dynamic.
Yeah, exactly. Or that it happens, but then... Maybe they didn't like actually kissing each other, or that it just makes it really awkward in their relationship,
which is another great dynamic and very human and very real. But back then it was just like, well, they won't they,
Yeah.
And just like after a while, you're like, I don't care anymore.
It was
just
like,
fuck or don't.
You've strung me along enough. But I mean, also I feel that with the main plot, with the whole conspiracy, is just, here's a mythology episode.
Yeah.
It's just they don't give you shit, They really act like, oh, this is the one. This is the one that's going to explain it all.
Yeah.
And then you're actually
the curtain's going to be open.
But you're actually left with more questions than answered.
Absolutely.
But I think that kind of storytelling with TV shows reached the pinnacle with Lost, because it was very popular until Lost, and then it really soured the audience, and it was like, okay, we can't do this to audiences anymore.
No.
And it really changed the whole TV format, because Lost was huge, but the fact that they stringed us along, and they realized people were so adamant, and maybe it was because it was, really the internet age was prevalent.
Sure.
That they were like, okay, we can't do this kind of thing anymore. It's not possible. But before that, I mean, with the X-Files, they could get away with it so much.
Yeah, and it still works, you know, because it's, again, very, very classical. It's very almost like Greek mythology, a lot of it, you know, and it's very, very well written.
Completely,
and you know, Lost kind of felt like, you know, the title of the show, and that's always a joke that people make, but the writers kind of felt like aimless.
Well, I mean, the thing with Lost was they had no answers. I mean, the one thing I do like about X-Files is you do feel like they know the answers.
Yeah,
they do have an idea of what this is all about, but you know, just the fact that they string you along so little. But you have to forget is that
And when they do have a little scene where you do see something, you're like, fuck, you know, oh my god. And you know, to be fair to them, they do give you little bits as you go along.
Yeah, but I mean, also for me, it's gone to the point where that stuff's exciting.
Yeah.
But the writing's gotten so good, the production value's gotten so good, the cast is so well fit in the roles.
Yeah.
That I am really just enjoying the one-offs, like the postmodern Prometheus episode, the black and white one.
Yeah.
We were just like, wow, holy shit, so good. But then also there's other great ones like
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood, yeah, which is almost Rashomon like. No, but really it is.
Yeah,
it's like
much.
this whole, you know, Mulder and Scully, they've witnessed a vampire and Mulder's killed the vampire. And then they sit down and they tell both of their different versions of what they said. And that was the fun. It was like even that little detail of like Scully, you know, talking about who was an early Luke Wilson. Luke Wilson plays the sheriff in it.
Right, yeah.
You know, but when she sees him, he's all handsome and flirting with her. And then when Mulder tells her he's like got buck teeth and he's ugly and he's ignoring her the whole time.
Yeah, that's very cute.
Yeah. You know, just that kind of fun dynamic. Like they were just, that writing team was so sharp and so working so well together.
Yeah, and the best way I can put it, it was rock and roll.
Yeah.
You know, it was big, it was loud, it was like, fuck you, we're gonna do our thing.
Completely.
And especially in that season, they're like, let's take the fucking brakes out, let's just go. Yeah.
No, I'm really impressed with where I'm at. I'm just waiting for sort of like I had with Buffy, you know. It's like you felt they hit their peak, and then the next season's also going to be really good. Yeah. But then every one is going to be a little bit more diluted, and it'll wind down and go, you know, like a balloon, you know, like. So I mean but that's the '90s show's formula. But yeah, I really enjoyed the movie, but it's more like a cute filler thing, you know. It's like, oh, this is what they can do with a big budget. It's not vital in the storyline, really.
Absolutely. That was my problem. I thought it would be a continuation of 4, but it felt like, you know, bonus.
And the X-Files get reopened at the end of it, you know. They just had to do that a little bit.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, of course.
Because the end of season 5, I mean, it's it's pretty devastating.
Yeah, because I was expecting it to be like a continuation of season 5. And, you know, have a lot of, it just be like another couple of episodes, which, like I said, I would have rather have had, but it was just like a bonus episode, basically, as it were. It's like a companion to the show. They didn't really jump off into the arc of what was going on.
Right. But I never saw the second movie, actually.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but that's the thing, is that what I've heard that's good about this one is that it really feels like a movie.
Sure.
Whereas the second movie that they did, it just feels like an overlong shitty episode of the show, and you're kind of like, huh?
Yeah.
We waited 10 years for this, and it was just like a shitty filler episode done for an hour and a half kind of thing. But there's a lot of bombast like behind this, which is a lot of fun, and it was cool seeing that guy Bauman get his chance to really direct. Something with a proper budget, and he directs the shit out of that movie. I mean, it's really a well-directed film.
It is.
You know, but okay, that's my piece on it. Peace.